It doesn't go for the swing. And yeah, NiSMO's gonna push because of it.
They want to try and get deep here. Ooh, hung on to only one for a few moments. Nature finally able to find that kill. He was low on HP and he gets his one before he eventually goes down. Koala low once more, and a regrowth in hand means NiSMO is not in the fight, but GMD is. However, from tower he'll find the frag. The trades are there, but the time, Dryad. The time is not just barely. I think M80 are able to get this plant down. So Frenzy, a dream, a kill to be found. Oh, make it two. It's 4 on the round. It's GMD. It's TSM.
We saw towards Arcade on the first pistol round. Trying to play a little more patient. M80, they like to take this time, and Corey trying to get ahead with it, does so.
He does get stunned up. Aftershock forced him off the angle. He has not taken a lick of damage, though, so he's going to continue forward. Ooh, good shot from Zander, though. Sits him down. That Spectre with high rates of fire because...
Repeat. Not the best one. Actually expecting it that time around, so it turns into a 3v3. Spike gonna get planted here. And TSM still doesn't have the best buy. One of them gets spotted. Kanpeki gonna take care of it.
Kanpeki healthy with the rifle in hand. Nature has to close the distance with the judge. It's exactly what he'll do, but he was not ready for the close angle of eeiu, and now a 1v1, 7 low in HP, and eeiu cuts him down. Dashes to safety. eeiu pushes forward just before he got suppressed, so he had to get that ult off before that suppression as Corey tries to dance around it, but can't do enough with the blast packs. And TSM are all falling by the wayside. 7 and Kanpeki, the only 2 that remain. They'll find one on the way out.
Good to see exactly why M80 go for that change in composition, right? Pushing Sands, you get to see koalanoob and NiSMO going for that flash thing, going for the each one getting a kill, and making sure that TSM did not stand a chance to really success those 2 rounds.
Trailblazer, okay, it looks like they just shot the trip there instead of saying Trailblazer. It looks like it dealt with the trip there. Good flash out, judge in hand. Zander still finds the kill. No value out of the judge just yet for TSM as finally they look to retake this B site. Spike not planted yet. Koala deep into the spawn, but his feet are burning. The ground is lava, and he'll eventually get punished for it. Now Zander and johnqt have to slow down and try and take a breath as that Spike down in an awkward position. Neither player really in a spot to pick that one up, and TSM, all 3 players here on this side. We'll see if John gets spotted.
John kind of pushing, trying to get closer to teammate. We talked about them playing together, but that's not going to be a chance. Corey goes for the showstopper at the end. Okay.
He wants to be with the team, wants to be able to make the call with the information that they've all gathered one another. And that guiding light could be so deceiving here. M80 do their due diligence. 2 players around the corner. Koala's down, but NiSMO gets them right back. 2 kills for 1.
Seekers.
Happy to trade.
Seekers again now. Second time that we get to see on the 5 rounds so far. Nature gonna get spotted up close. Doesn't seem like there's a chance. The utility is good, but immediately having to back down.
Yeah,
a little bit more of that split. Everybody kind of across the map getting something done, trying to get that info, but for M80, once again, this is the strong side for them. This is the attack.
They're gonna be coming from the spawn, and A main control belongs to M80.
And they changed that Cypher setup too, right? We've seen it towards A over and over again. Now they put in B, and that's not where M80 wanted to go.
Boombot try and find something. That knife will reveal 1, and koalanoob, the knives are gone. The shorty was out, but Corey finds the kills instead. Now starting to finally get the job done as the incendiary goes down. Fault line on it. Nature gonna try and tank this to halfway, and he does so successfully. But you're just running out of time here. If you're TSM, you have to hop onto that Spike. It's out in the open as they play the jiggle around the corner. Kanpeki mows them all down. And TSM...
They get that round? A little weird for sure, but they're going to take it.
Yeah, a win's a win, you know, for TSM. M80 also probably kind of counting their blessings there as Koala takes that first shot. Too quick on the angle as Nature and GMD will end up finding those kills. It was Corey, the player that was...
And the other 2 got shot down, koalanoob and johnqt. Though this is something that TSM talked about. When you take down the duelist, it becomes a lot easier. And now when you have the numbers advantage, it should be around for TSM.
NiSMO, though, off angle here. They expected him. First one goes down. NiSMO not able to find the next, but Zander lines up 2. Grab those kills. Now TSM run out of time. M80 maybe have found themselves a way back into this round after losing 2 players early inside the smoke. eeiu waits. GMD gonna run down Zander. Orbital strike comes out on the opposite end, and 7 has done enough in way of kills, but does he have enough time? A small bit in your mind that makes you think maybe it is just an elaborate ruse. They show us Koala, but head elsewhere, but that's not the M80 way. So look to take the A site once more. Kanpeki, beautiful timing through the smoke, finds kill onto Koala, and that is, I mean, that's hit the big red stop button for just a second as they take their time down, getting onto the rest of the site. We go back and forth as Seven and johnqt find their way into the kill feed, but a player ahead are TSM. But we've seen Dryad. This does not necessarily matter to M80.
Cage trigger.
johnqt is gonna spot a couple of the players once again pushing from main. 4v3 to deal with.
The flashes back and forth. Corey finally gonna have that rocket back online, and it's more than just the rocket. It's the rifle right behind it. As eeiu looks to hold his ground on the site, but there's just too many targets running him down. And Mo with the Trailblazer. That'll be dealt with in his nature just around the corner. Good damage on the robot. A flash to follow, but that's only gonna buy some time as nature backs away. Gives this position to NiSMO, and NiSMO has single-handedly kept TSM on this site.
It's so good, so smart as well for the player that we've always seen playing KO here now, going for the sky. Corey, are they expecting it? Can they shut him down? Yeah, Zander's gonna do it just fine. Rolling Thunder for eeiu.
But eeiu's in an awful spot. He'll have to get it sent right now. It looks like he's going to orbital strike behind it. It worked so good. The Wombo combo, and it's all up to 7, but he's been taken down. Got into that Rolling Thunder. Maybe to try and get that one online early, and there's still a lot of util. Kanpeki into this round comes no armor. Good flash around the corners. 2 players, and Corey was not ready to deal with them both. Does get damage across the board onto M80, but there's still a player ahead. Beautiful guiding light here, looking to assist on the kill onto GMD. Aftershock comes through as well, and GMD still standing. 7 is here to fight from the site. Kanpeki will find another across the map here on the A side. Just like that, Zander, the last one standing here in the retake. M80 completely flub it there as Corey was the only, and being 9-6 versus 10-5. But also it shows us, you know, where M80 are at. Can they show us a strong defense? And that's a pretty good start.
It's a good start, something that koalanoob has been looking for and has been trying to find for so long, just to get the opening picks. Corey trying to put up a fight, gonna get shot down early on, 3v3. And TSM going for that faster pace as the spike gets planted.
You can get Kanpeki disconnected from the play. You can also play that fragment, which it looks like.
Ooh.
Okay. That looks like me in my ranked game. I say I know a lineup, and then I do something like that. Kanpeki also has already tossed out his utility. Aftershock on, fault line used, couple of flashes available, 0 points to tap on the spike. It's getting dicey. I mean, there's so much fear of the unknown here as eeiu just pushes forward. Now, does he have enough time? He has to hop onto the expect from defense too, right? They always want to fight. They want to take every fight that they can. So they look to do that early here in this one. They don't necessarily have the tools to do it. It's Koala with the rifle. He's going to get backed away, stunned up, but now looking to be run down. A good cloud burst keeps him alive, but GMD does it again. Finds him through the smoke. The head of Koala has been collected once more. This usually spells good things for TSM.
Moving M80 into this retake. The buy isn't the greatest. 1 by 1, they get shot down by the side of TSM.
1 enemy remaining.
TSM should be getting to 11 rounds. eeiu, no choice, no option.
Ooh, and a drop of this spike on the ropes here from Kanpeki means it travels backwards to the team, and you can see it's in the hands of nature.
Yeah. And the Seekers too to answer.
3 for 3.
Oh, but what can Kanpeki do? I mean, almost nullified there as Corey tried to help the team out. Stunned up. Was Zander still finds the kill, still alive, and full control of A main here to M80. Finally, it looks like TSM are going to work their way through. Zander's been dealt with. Kanpeki around the corner, but it's johnqt to make quick work of that one. As the neural theft comes through, it might not matter. Nature finds 2. The spike is down, but 7 here to collect. It's 12-5 for TSM. They've got rounds to waste. They'll take the fight right to the base of M80 here on this B site. Heaps of ultimates used here. No command was just a second too late, and because that M80 completely run down TSM. If you blink, you missed it. A flawless round.
Close towards this B site.
And how often have we seen teams struggle to close out games when they only need a couple of rounds? Not necessarily saying that's going to be TSM, but I mean, Zander's making a pretty good argument for that. We'll deal with the brimstone, but Still 3 players alive for M80. They've got the player advantage. GMD gonna try and get that spike planted. After shot will allow the plant, but force him off the angle. Trailblazer just behind it, and guess who's behind the Trailblazer? It's koalanoob, but GMD does it again. I want to see the performance between those two players because GMD continues to find those frags against the duelist.
Always one step ahead for GMD, it seems like, for this map. It has been so clean, and now a 2v2 for TSM to close it out. Spike planted. Time running out for M80.
One enemy remaining.
It's all down to the 1v1. It's all up to 7 to do it.
Attackers
And he gets
win.
it done. TSM 13-6. A dominant victory. 7. Okay, we're about to find out just how strong 7 can be. He is on a solo mission. He goes right past 2 players, and they're expecting more behind him, but there's nobody. Unfortunately for TSM, 2 players already die as they take the C site. There was a lot of chaos out towards B. It was a scramble. Let M80 come out a player ahead.
This spike in the meantime for TSM is going to be planted. As the numbers might not be their way, but that space, like I said, created initially towards B, just to end up on that C side. Looking pretty good for TSM. Kanpeki goes down. Corey does too.
Enemy remaining.
No way! GMD almost made it happen. 3.
Got that spike planted.
The retake, something that we saw a lot in the map number 1, is gonna have to be the case for M80 this 3rd round. The buy into the grade is saying, no way!
Wow, Corey finds 3 up in heaven, but Zander still making it hurt. Drops the shotgun, picks up a rifle. Tap onto the smoke or inside the smoke, but could.
Delay that he had with the kill
Spike
utility.
planted.
Finally, they go for the plant. It's a 5v5 retake. koalanoob still has an operator. Look at what Corey is.
Perfect.
Oh, Corey with the rat strats going all the way around the world. Operator here, but 7 sits it down. Koala's gone. This retake for TSM. They're a player.
Going for the lurk towards A side. Manages to get 1. It seems like that was... After the kill happened, that was the call for M80 to go for the save. To save these rifles into the next one.
Some investment on this one. No, instead, he'll just cross sides. Reveal. Cloudburst goes out. I mean, Koala. Oh my goodness. Wait, he's still not dealt with. Koala eventually finds 1. Make it 2. He survives with 5 HP. And we traded back and forth as NiSMO here to try and help his jet out. In some way, somehow, Koala has done the unthinkable.
No way, he just never dies. It seems like everybody thought he was dead after the spray inside of the cloudburst. He was still alive, manages to get 2, turns things even for the 2 teams, and forces TSM to go for a rotate towards A side.
And that nanoswarm just misses, so the 5 HP Koala can keep pushing forward. He's got 2 on the round. Nature will match it, though. Finally, end that reign of terror as NiSMO left to pick up the pieces. All on his lonesome. Dodges out of that recon bolt. Nature on the swing. Nature's gone. Kanpeki follows, and Corey not long for this world. Out comes the rolling thunder. Corey stun jump taken.
Storm gonna get activated by 7.
Off your feet!
Right back to it on B. Blades in hand. Weapon now to be picked up. 7 survives, and this has been a solo mission for 7 out towards B while the rest of the team looks to play C. Zander ready for the players inside the smoke. NiSMO ready for the flank and deals with 7. But it has not been enough as Koala, the last one.
Scary because of the positioning. 1 is gonna be towards Cubby. Has to be the swing at the perfect time from Kanpeki. Make sure that it doesn't turn into a 1v1.
Oh. They know through all of that chaos, they might not have heard koalanoob jump all the way up into heaven. Nature. Oh, okay, he is going to clear this one. Not going to get the better of it this time, though. Koala rights his wrongs and finds that kill in. I wonder if that call was because Corey threw an early dart out towards A long. That same dart that he's been trying to reveal koalanoob with. So they see that dart and they say, hey, somebody's got to be here. Maybe we expect multiple and eventually get dealt with. Speaking of dealt with, 7 gone. That's the operator. Aftershock. Couple of flashes.
Shock darts, yeah.
I mean, it seems like they're just playing
They're so far back, yeah.
to save. They planted the spikes and said, hey, we got the credits. Sure, no problem. You guys can have the round. That is that nanoswarm.
And it's a good idea here, right when koalanoob gets tagged towards the C side. It was a green light. It was a call. You saw everybody moving for TSM to get the spike planted towards B.
And post-plant positions now set up. Rolling Thunder comes through, but unfortunately, it's just a bit short. Finds absolutely nobody. Zander here on the site, though, through the smoke. Will find a third. Koala for the fourth. And Koi, now the last one standing, dodges out of the vault line. Heaps of utility, tosses away. A flash to follow. A defuse on the spike. Two players come through. Two more to worry about, but it's koalanoob out from garage. eeiu goes down, but Koala's here to pick up the pieces. And M80 hang on for another.
Just a little bit.
On Kanpeki, this is not the man that you want to be posted up here. He's got the spike in hand and two players walking down. Koala will just help Zander get deposited here. We'll go back to the G site and 7 deals with him.
You should
It's so clean. The swing as well, knowing where this was going to be located as the lockdown is going to get...
Divide to work through to be able to use this lockdown. So they'll hang on to it for another round. They'll concede one more over to TSM, and we inch closer to a 6-6 half.
The white swings against this Jet have been so good just to get the early presence. And there was a lot M80s bringing to them. 3 players are already here. And there's still so much time. 1 minute. TSM could rotate again once they spot all the players here.
Koala tucked away perfectly behind the aftershock. This could be just their undoing here. Not expecting him. Does find his 1 before eventually going down. Kanpeki waltzes onto the site and will find johnqt. eeiu works his way through. He's solo, but still finds one as the aftershock looks to delay. Kanpeki low in HP. Corey just as low in NiSMO.
Planted.
Makes quick work of that
enemy
one. Remaining. Now it's all up to GMDs. He looks to go aggressive as the player in the drone. Was eeiu a headshot through the wall, but GMD just does not have enough in the tank. A 1v3 was too tall of an ask. He loses 2 rounds ahead. Our M80s, they jump into their pistol round, and this is where they want to be. 2 rounds ahead, and they get to attack now. This looks good for M80.
It's gonna get slowed down. At least that push from Garage. koalanoob gonna take care of Corey.
Ooh.
And TSM answer right back.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying for M80, right? If you're TSM on this defense, you just have to fight forward, right? You have to be aggressive against this aggressive team. M80 sometimes they fumble inside the scramble, and that's exactly what happens here. They were so ready for this pistol round, this strat inside garage. It works beautifully, but M80, you can't count them out just yet. NiSMO and johnqt still alive, and we've seen them pull out these miracle plays.
It's a 2v4 though, a lot more difficult to pull off for this round. Specifically, good for 1.
B.
As nature goes down, it's a 1v3. johnqt gonna go.
Players are now heard. Turd also reveals that information, and
Turn down.
he's going to play the smallest of angles that he's been allowed here inside short.
Yeah, you know exactly where he's gonna be. 7. Gonna be good 4-3 on this pistol round as TSM.
Ooh. Oh, GMD spotted, almost taken down. Forced to use that nebula smoke as well. They're on that seaside. Zander ready for some aggression here. 2 Spectres are there,
Spike
and
down, attack
Zander
spawn.
is no longer. Spike falls. The rest of M80 are here to pick it up and look to force Corey off this position. He's all the way down towards Sewer. He's hearing all these footsteps. They know the rotation's coming this way, but Koala goes huge out towards mid, and now the possibilities are endless for M80. Blood machine, and then scooping up the round after that.
And that's the cool thing about M80. One of the things that make them the strongest team in challengers right now is that anybody, individually and even with these stages, they can be the spearhead. It doesn't always have to be koalanoob. It can be any of them. Zander especially, I feel like has come up.
I'm trying to think back to, it may have been G2, right? Another strong team we expected to do well against M80, that we're expecting an aggressive, in-your-face playstyle all the time, but M80 did not give that to them. And we're seeing it again. M80 changed it up, and TSM...
Corey.
Well, okay, Corey finds 2 huge kills there, so the point that I was making is now moot. As another kill comes through, and only 1 remains. That can be eeiu here with 70 HP. He'll try and fight his way out of the situation. It's an operator and a stinger just outside the site to try and retake here for TSM. A tap on the spike, but no commitment just yet. eeiu goes on the hunt, and Corey secures a 3rd. In the round, Corey, no way he's long for this roll, right? Plays are online. He's in an awkward spot. He's going to try and sneak his way out, but he's the only one here for now. Koala's on the site. He made it atop the box and survives. He almost gets 1, but eventually goes down. And all things are right in the world.
That would have been crazy for Corey to be in top space holding short, and koalanoob expecting it fully, goes for the call, goes for the blades as well. You're hunting for it.
Yeah, when allowed to save, I mean, we just saw it in that last snow, that being TSM, but they made it work, and they take the round away from M80. M80 are saying, hey, we cannot just continue to let them
But
play.
it hasn't really worked out just to hold it for TSM.
eeiu to drone. Nature spotted. Fault line at his feet. GMD blinded up by the paranoia. Out and back sight goes koalanoob. He finds 2 for himself. Corey gets one back. Gives up the site. 3 players remain. An aftershock to stall the push. And NiSMO will get that spike planted.
koalanoob plays so fast. Was able to catch GMD and Nature off guard. And with the entrance or the execute that M80 have, they're just so clean. Zander gonna take care of 2 more. It seems like there's no chance for the...
But hung on to it. And because of that, Zander, clear vision, able to find both of those kills, leaving only 1 surviving. But speaking of Zander, Zander's down. Yeah, we go back to the aggression for TSM, and it's working once more.
But only for a couple trades. It's a 3v3. It was 3 players pushing A on the defensive side. And Kanpeki, risky position here. Doesn't matter. He's gonna get eeiu. Back up immediately.
I mean, it's still so scary. Swallow walks up, finds Kanpeki, takes him down. Rolling Thunder will be available next round if there is a next round.
If there is, there's a 2v2 lockdown. Gonna get activated right away by Nature, and they're gonna have to wait for this a little bit longer. Even then, with this lockdown, the positionings here for M80 are not gonna be bad at all. Even Koalanoob waiting for a little bit longer.
Ooh, and they might like to go aggressive here. There's a lot on the shoulders of John here as the solo player. Nanoswarms used, turrets are down, but 1 is gone. Now both available to fight here as they push on forward. johnqt cuts them both down, and M80 get it done here on Haven. And they give us
This
a
B site.
area.
We're gonna be all the way back. Do you know where he is?
shock dart's already expended here. Out goes the recon bolt. Ooh, a right click. Okay, it finds him one. NiSMO, however, still collects another TSM. They're not giving up just yet. 7 gets taken down. Koala low HP, but still alive to fight. Now eventually gone as Nature looks to get it done. A 1v2. 27 HP with that spike planted, and he hopes to find a head just over the box. And NiSMO doesn't give it to him. eeiu drops down. That's been heard. The swing comes through. NiSMO 4 kills on the ground. Secure just around the corner. We're going to go hunting. 44 rounds left in the drum. And nobody goes down just yet. Creeping up a zander. That's the spike to fall. NiSMO rifle in hand. Just around the corner. 2 more. Nature 3 kills on the round, but this one's still winnable for M80 as both defenders are here. Spike has been picked up. M80 want to head elsewhere. Now it's taken them 20 seconds to get over towards the A site, and they're completely out of time. eeiu's going to back away, look to play shock dart lineups. johnqt still here on the side, a tap onto the spike before he's gone. And I mean, johnqt might be all that they need as the shock darts come through. TSM, I mean, they take the gamble and they lose the round because of it. Gets them to get done.
It's difficult because that Viper spit, it just gets B main. It just gets the garage. So M80, they recognize this, they play around it, they go through market. They go all the way to spawn and they capitalize from this. Even koalanoob catching one of the players inside of the Viper spit to make it look clean, as once again the time is gonna run out. The buy wasn't the greatest, so you're not expecting too much for TSM into this one. Besides the extra tracks, they attempt to get it. Does not seem like it's gonna be the case though. M80, we're gonna make it to 4 to work with on this B site. The first one here, Corey, with a tall task on that first lane to get that first kill. No, it's actually gonna be Nature going down. Both of them trying to go for the thing, not gonna work out. And so once again, numbers are even. The 4v4, Corey once again has to play up close and get shot down.
B.
And good timing from 7.
Got one.
He gets revealed, but he backs away before he can be dealt with. He finds that trade kill. But just when
Nature goes for the swing, goes down. Corey has to push forward. It's also expected. And it is one of those things that need the adaptation, the timing towards mid. Nobody gonna be up close. The first is gonna be 7.
Oh, The drone, it forces the movement from Corey, so the shot doesn't land. He's been suppressed. Paranoia now.
Everything.
He backs away. 7 does find his one. Viper wall up, and it allows for M80 to creep all the way up into market as that wall will fall. The up shot lands. Corey makes right on his first shot. Can't quite do it for the next. But Koala down to 20 HP. Corey low as well. 36 of his own. Another shot that goes wide, but 7's here. Nature the backup, and TSM have finally done it.
Nature, want to go for the A side. The flash is good. They know where 7 is.
And there's, yeah, again, no way he gets out of that one.
Operator.
Just not quick enough. Yeah, Koala happy to have this 4700 credit weapon in his hands. eeiu. Good drone. Okay, that weapon's fallen. Now tagged up with GMD. He finds another. You talked about the silent hero, and it's Nature here. He only goes good for 1 this time around as johnqt trades it out. GMD on 1 HP. Heard on the drop, but does not give John the peek that he was hoping for.
I didn't know there's gonna be a 1 up close. Yeah, it's fine. Kanpeki gonna handle it just fine for TSM.
I know this is an awkward question to ask players, but I'm gonna hold that thought because everybody's low. GMD, basically no HP. He does his big turnaround after that timeout.
Especially because now they're fighting up close, but so is koalanoob going right in. It doesn't matter though. 7 is gonna go down by NiSMO. Then the ult command gonna get activated for that B side.
Oh man, and just so aware there, but Nature does it again. He plays inside the smoke.
You should
Might
run.
just find a timing. Lockdown comes through. That one in a position that might be able to get spammed. Corey here on the side. He doesn't have to leave just yet, but he'll be uprooted by Zander. Lockdown dealt with. Odin in hand here for eeiu, trying to find a spray of his own. Nature eventually able to collect that kill onto the robot that could not be revived. But the only 2 kills for TSM are that of Nature here, Dryad.
Again, the quiet hero for this team.
Taking him down. TSM start on the right foot this time.
An aggressive push for the defense that we never really got to see before. Now they have to take care of the market players.
And Odin doesn't quite have that same penetrating factor as the Vandal does. So it only takes 1 for GMD to find that kill. Corey there on the trade.
Luca's gonna be behind here. This Corey, and the timing can be great.
1 enemy remaining. Spike planted.
You expect one of the players to be pushing main, but yeah, it works out for 1. It's still though, it feels like there's not much that NiSMO can do. Also gonna get shot down by, I mean, everybody towards this A side. So aggressive, and immediately Kanpeki has to back down.
Kanpeki gives it up. Blazer outdoor is closed. Up and over the top goes koalanoob as GMD is here. Hunter sure he comes out. Corey picks up 2 huge kills. 7 will find the dip onto Koala. And arguably one of the most important rounds for this team as Zander gets one back.
TSM into that one. Corey once again good for 2 with the Hunter's Fury. Today, we've seen so many of those plays by Corey, turning things around, making it winnable for TSM.
They have to be expecting this. No way! Oh, it was almost everything that they needed. eeiu, almost the support of the year. But unfortunately, things just don't work out for an electric way to close out the half. And we'll see if momentum keeps up here. Zander gets spotted. 7 should be able to take him down. That he does. Unscathed for now as johnqt tucked away. Doesn't give up his position just yet. Nice flash on the outside. koalanoob's right behind the johnqt. Eventually dug out of position, but M80, they've been fighting back for all of it, but 7 goes huge. Picks up the Sheriff on low HP. eeiu in the clutch. A frenzy to work with both players. Low in health. What is that? 75 HP collectively between both of them, and they're going to use that 75 to their advantage. 7 with 4. I mean, this is cheeky.
There's 4 players here. Okay, they're gonna push up.
They're gonna walk up here, and the classics are doing so much, but look at the health. It's not great. Mouse one held down. Beautiful flash on the opposite side from NiSMO is gonna send another one. 7 gonna take the duel with Koala, but loses it in way of health. He walks away with his life door. Still so low. Koala eventually run down. That spike picked up, and TSM are headed for the hills, but they're about to be met on the opposite side. Zander's here.
The timing here, it's so good for Zander again. The spike is down.
Ooh, and he's hit by that gravity well. Paranoia comes on through. GMD.
Everybody low.
To play the fight here just
One
around
enemy
the
remaining.
corner is dealt with. Now NiSMO, the last
30
one
seconds
standing. Ooh, and got to make the play. No util to play with for either team here. GMD gonna hold the close angle. NiSMO to drop down and try and find the right click, but how much does he expose in doing so? GMD goes on the hunt and NiSMO punishes.
And the jump is for where they need to be. For this match, it could be just that.
Of course, koalanoob's gonna push in front of the smoke and find that kill before anything else comes out behind it. Why wouldn't he? Fortunately, there is a trade. NiSMO's down. Shorty, footsteps heard, trying to walk away. Is koalanoob. He pulls the Shorty back out. Unfortunately, not a long-range weapon. Cosmic Divide blocks the defenders for now. Good snake bite down. It'll force Zander off his angles. The shock darts go through. That spike will get planted.
You know, one of the players is hell. Try to spam that util, doesn't get the kill.
Okay, the Odin comes leaping out. That player health does eventually reveal himself. johnqt also going to drop down both on the swing, and GMT will deal with them.
Just in time, Nature with a good idea here.
Oh, timing. Oh, timing! No way. Nature does it again. Digs out Koala here from the flank. GMD gets revealed, sends some shots, a little bit of damage, but M80 are here on the retake, and they're here doing it fiercely. Kanpeki, the last one standing, the Odin, to just play suppression around the corner, but it's not even. Very strong fragger, and gets another chance to do it and try and close us out here. Lockdown coming on through. Hunter's here to look to deal with this one. Nobody's tagged up in the process. It will eventually get destroyed, but Zander's just been undetected as johnqt and the rest of the team, they're all here. TSM in the trenches as M80 work their way on through, and they're supposed to be defusing the bomb. Instead, the bomb squad will explode. They jump down once more, and that's how they get it done. 13-6, and the series belongs to M80.
M80 once again closing out this long series. They do it over and over again. This is why